A group of friends is having a great time at a party. They're all elegantly dressed, sipping their wine, laughing, and enjoying themselves. But behind them, something sinister is going on. Ancient Roman columns are burning, and missiles are falling from the sky. In the center of the frame, a woman dressed in black stares directly into the camera. Her expression is serious and intense. But as the centuries pass, we sense that something is wrong. The city is decadent, corrupt, and surrounded by enemies. He's disguised in a way that only the most eagle-eyed viewers could possibly hope to spot. A slight limp, a birthmark on his shoulder, and a tattoo on his calf. They pour across the plain, riding on horseback and driving their wagons. As the gates open, they ride into the city. Chaos and destruction follow in their wake. The nobles flee for the hills, but it's too late. Rome is sacked and burned. He knows that the weapon exists, and he's determined to get his hands on it. They have something that belongs to the Romans, and they're not afraid to use it against them. With a fierce determination on her face, she leads them forward into the fray. But he also knows that time is running out. The Goths and Vandals are regrouping, and they'll be back soon to finish the job. It's not a physical object, but a source of immense knowledge and power. With this weapon, Alexia can control the very fabric of reality, bending it to her will. She raises it high above her head and lets out a mighty roar, signaling her intent to change the world. She could reshape the world, ending all wars and bringing peace to all nations. Behind him, a legion of Roman soldiers emerge from the shadows, their armor gleaming in the firelight. They've heard tales of the weapon's power, and they've redetermined to get their hands on it. He's old, but his mind is still sharp. He knows what must be done. Golden energy blasts outward, knocking the soldiers off their feet and sending them crashing to the ground. The weapon's energy has bonded with them, amplifying their strength and abilities. The two armies clash in a fierce battle, the fate of the world hanging in the balance. She cuts through the ranks of Roman soldiers, her movements swift and precise. But for every soldier she defeats, two more take their place. The Romans are relentless, their anger and frustration fueling their attacks. Caesar staggers, shielding his face from the blinding light. She parries his blow, but his strength and determination are overwhelming. She stumbles back, her guard faltering. This is it, she thinks, her strength failing her. Could this be the end? You, he gasps, recognizing the newcomer. How could you? Are you all right? He asks, his voice raspy but kind. She recognizes the stranger, and a smile breaks across her face. It's the man she had rescued from certain death in the Colosseum all those years ago. She knows that the world as they knew it is over, but she's not afraid. The weapon in her hands, she can build a new world, one that's free from the corruption and decay of the old. With it, she could create a new world, one that's free from the corruption and decay of the Roman Empire. The time has come to forge a new destiny for herself and for humanity as a whole. The future is theirs for the taking, and she will not rest until it's secured. The Roman soldiers, their armor and weapons now inert, surrender without a fight. Alexia accepts their surrender, knowing that she must now lead the way to a better future. With a speed that belies his age, he kicks Caesar in the back, sending him sprawling to the ground. The soldiers around him part, allowing the stranger to step into the center of the circle. Belongs to Rome, and I will not allow you to use it for your own selfish purposes. Just remember this day, remember the debt you owe me, and use your power wisely. She moves like a wraith, unseen and unknown. Finally, she emerges from the smoke and flames, carrying a small sack of goods. When the soldiers see her, they cheer and make way for her. She knows that she's outnumbered, but she's not afraid. She's fought hard to get where she is, and she's not about to give up now. No, she says, her voice ringing with conviction. This world needs to change, and I will not be stopped. They recognize her as their savior, the one who led them into the city and gave them hope in their darkest hour. And when the first rays of sunlight hit the city, he gives the order to attack. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and the stage is set for an epic showdown. For deep in the bowels of the earth, beneath the rubble and ash, something stirs. It's the last vestige of the Roman Empire, a secret weapon that could turn the tide of battle. And it's guarded by a secret society of loyalists, who will stop at nothing to protect it. A group of outsiders watches from a distance, as the city celebrates the arrival of the new year 1984. Behind her, the Goths and Vandals cheer, celebrating their victory over the decadent Roman Empire. In her hand, she holds a small wooden box, the last vestige of Rome's power. Inside it, there's a key that can unlock the secrets of the universe. They are not invited to the party, and they know that come sunrise, everything will change forever. Above her head, the words "The end is near" flash in bold gold letters. It's a movie that no one has ever seen before, because it was never made. But that doesn't mean we can imagine what it would look like if someone took the story of Rome's fall and gave it the superhero treatment. This is a scene from a movie trailer, but it's not just any movie. We see the rise of the great city of Rome, the power it held over the known world and the splendor of its culture. Among them is a young woman named Alexia. She's different from the others. While they wait in the shadows, she walks right up to the gate and looks through the bars. She sees the decadent nobles celebrating, and she sneers in disgust. One of her companions asks why she even bothers. "What are you hoping for?" he asks. "That they'll let you join their party?" She turns to him and replies, "I want more than their pity. I want their world." Then she disappears inside the city. Meanwhile, the outsider watching from afar is none other than Caesar himself. The Goths and Vandals have been waiting for this moment for years. Amidst the chaos, we find Alexia. She's making her way through the burning city, stopping to take supplies from the homes of the rich. But it's not over yet. Meanwhile, Caesar has taken command of the city's defenses. As the armies prepare to do battle once again, we see Alexia and her companions approaching the city. Who will win the battle? Will the Goths and Vandals be repelled, or will Rome fall once and for all? Only time will tell. Alexia stands before the gate to the city, the spoils of war at her feet. When she opens the box, golden light spills out, revealing the true form of the weapon within. She looks down at the key in her hand and realizes that it's not just a tool of destruction, but a symbol of hope. As the cheers of the Goths and Vandals fade away, Alexia takes a deep breath and prepares to use the weapon. Then suddenly, a figure appears behind her. It's Caesar, and he's not alone. Alexia turns slowly, her eyes narrowing as she faces down her enemies. Caesar steps forward, his face grim with determination. "Give me the weapon," he commands, his voice echoing with authority. Alexia shakes her head, her gaze unwavering. With that, she raises the weapon high above her head and unleashes its full power. But it's not enough. As quickly as it started, the blast ends, and the soldiers rise to their feet, their armor and weapons glowing faintly with newfound power. Caesar charges forward, his sword raised high. Alexia meets him head-on, her weapon crackling with energy. Alexia fights with the ferocity of a lioness, her weapon blazing with golden energy. Suddenly, Caesar breaks through the lines, his sword aimed at Alexia's heart. Just when she thinks all hope is lost, a familiar limping figure appears behind Caesar. Caesar struggles to his feet, his face twisted in rage and disbelief. The stranger ignores him, turning instead to Alexia. Alexia nods, her strength returning. "You saved my life once," she says, her voice filled with gratitude. "And now you save it again. How can I ever repay you?" The stranger shakes his head, his eyes twinkling. "No repayment is necessary," he says. With that, he vanishes, leaving Alexia and the others to deal with the consequences of the weapon's power. As the sun rises over the smoldering ruins of Rome, Alexia stands tall, the weapon held high above her head. She looks out over the fallen city, her eyes shining with determination.